Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Kelly and I am so excited to share with you guys what has been happening in Kelli Heppner collection. It's been a long time since I've been able to catch up with you all and kind of give you updates, and it is seriously because I have been so busy working on this project of mine. So really just to fill you all in with where we're at, we have spring of 2021 primarily finalized. We have all of our materials picked out, apart from like one or two. So maybe we're like 99.9% of the way there with material buys, but we picked out our material. Obviously the manufacturer has been picked. I shared with you all in my last video. Kelli Heppner collection will be American made. Our manufacturer is based in Florence, Alabama, and we are so excited. It's going to, I feel like, really give the brand a unique vibe that a lot of small boutique clothing lines really can't offer. To be able to say that we're American made, I think is going to be an awesome draw. Really, we've been doing a lot of fine details now. One big one is these pretty pink boxes. I shared a little sneak peek on our social media not too long ago, but we're really working on a lot of just the boutique feels for this line, because I really want it to feel, whenever you're making a purchase from Kelli Heppner collection, you're making a purchase for a piece that you're going to have for a long time, and I want it to really feel luxurious. I want it to be really an experience, and so that's going to come from the second that you open up the packaging. And we worked really hard to source these boxes to where A, it was affordable, and B, we were going to be able to do it for all of our customers. And I don't want to say like 100% it's a positive. We're still waiting on a couple different things for pricing with the shipping and handling, but I'm pretty positive we got a good enough price on these boxes that we're really going to be able to do them with all of our purchases. So it's a really cool box. It's got this really neat pink ribbon and opens up. So we're really excited about the boxes. I don't think I've ever been so excited to get an empty box in my entire life, and I'm pretty sure I opened it up and put it back together like 20 times. So it has been the fun thing around here. We're also working on all of our custom tags. There's going to be a really neat detail that we're actually putting on each garment on the inside label. So if you order a Kelli Heppner collection piece, you'll have to find out for yourself what exactly that is. But it's super unique and kind of goes along with my values. And so anyway, you'll have to look for that fun detail whenever you make your first purchase next spring. I'm just so anxious to get the material in and start working on all of the samples and kind of the back and forth with putting the fine details on things. But really with my designer, we've been going back and forth looking at 3D renderings, which is actually really helpful. And it was something I did a lot of research in the very beginning, because it's kind of some cutting edge newer technology in the design world, being able to look at 3D renderings of the clothes actually on 3D models. And so it really should, and the whole idea that, you know, you pay extra to have this done is that it cuts back time in samples, because really just from watching those 3D renderings, we were able to make quite a few tweaks just from seeing the clothes on a 3D virtual model. So that was really neat, and I would highly suggest it if you are considering starting your own clothing line and you know, you have the choice of that option or not. I mean, so far so good. I think it really did help and potentially did save quite a bit of money, just because we were able to make a lot of those tweaks versus having the actual tangible sample made and then having to make those additional tweaks on the front end. So we've been working on that. We've actually started working on summer as well. I actually shared with you guys again on social media, one of the pieces for spring was actually a blouse, and one of probably the biggest hurdle I've had so far was just the costing for this particular blouse. Not to give it completely away, but it's got some really cool intricate details on the neckline, and it just wasn't, we weren't able to get it in the cost price point that we were looking at on the manufacturing side. So we actually made a few tweaks and we turned it into a romper instead of a blouse. and I'm so excited about it. It actually has ended up being my favorite piece in the spring collection. So I'm really, really excited about it. And I don't want to give too much more away, but it's going to have a very feminine, classic, kind of romantic look. And I think it'll just be so cute for any kind of like spring, you know, even like work function. I think sometimes with rompers, you know, you have to like make them classic enough, I feel like, and sophisticated enough if you are gonna wear a romper in like the work environment. And this one definitely can go back and forth for work, for just like a girls' weekend out, maybe even like a bridal shower or a brunch or something like that. It can be dressed down, I feel like, or also dressed up. And anyway, it's just so cute. It's my favorite piece by far. A lot of what I've been working on has just been numbers and cost analysis. It's really actually more in line with what I did go to school for. I think I shared with you all my first video. My degree is actually, or my minor is in fashion buying, so it is more of the fine tuning and tweaking with the numbers. So that was really what's kind of consumed me the last few weeks, is just getting all of the details right from the price perspectives and figuring out, okay, here's what we're spending, you know, collectively on the design, the tech back, everything all merged together, you know, the labor and with manufacturing for putting the garment together per piece, and then figuring out what we want to sell it for to get the best return. And really my goal with this first year is just to break even. If I even can break even, I'm ecstatic. So our margins, quite frankly, aren't going to, I don't think, be that great this first go round, just figuring out you know, what works, what doesn't work. But all in all, I'm just so excited to start finally seeing it come together. I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that we can have samples and like finals done by hopefully like December, beginning of January. And then we're gonna be looking for locations that we can do our first photo shoots. I think I'm going to do a big photo shoot here in studio, with just some like plain white backdrops that we can use for the website. But I would really love to pick a spring location where we can get some really cool outdoor shots too, and video and all of that, because I just really want this first launch to be very, very exciting and make a really big statement and really showcase what I have been working so hard on these last several months. It's kind of flying by, and it's crazy as it gets closer to spring, thinking about the launch. And so I'm really excited about that. I've also been working on, like I mentioned, the tags, and it's just even those fine details, tissue paper, cardstock, all of the things that's going to go really in the experience when you make your first purchase. I've been working super closely with my lead designer, and we've been doing quite a bit just in terms of the sourcing, making sure that we have what we're shooting for fabric-wise. The great thing about my manufacturer is they're actually able to do on-demand manufacturing. So they're not making the garments until someone actually orders the size, which is awesome because it really does save a lot on just clothing waste. I mean, that's a huge, huge issue if you really think about it. So that's kind of it, guys. Other than just getting ready for all of these material buys, I've also been finalizing my designs for fall of 2021, which kind of feels surreal. And then probably we'll be working on winter of 2021 designs, wrapping those up as quickly as possible as well. But I am just having the time of my life. I am not going to lie. I have so enjoyed this so far, and I hope you guys are enjoying following along. It's going to be a long road ahead until spring, but we also still have a lot of work to do just with putting all of the final touches on the spring collection, while also working simultaneously on the other seasons as well. So consider subscribing to my channel. I'm hoping to put out a few more videos as well before the launch. You can also follow us on Kelli Heppner Collection Instagram. It's just at Kelli Heppner Collection. And before too long, I'm hopeful that we'll have a website up and running as well. But that probably won't launch right around until we actually are getting a little closer to spring, because that's where really you'll be able to make all of your purchases from is just online. So follow along and wish me luck. If you have any suggestions for our spring photo shoot, I would love to hear your comments below, or maybe even a piece that you would be excited to purchase. It's primarily going to be things for the super chic woman, and you know, I feel like we're doing a good job at really creating things that are going to be classic staples that really any woman should feel super excited about incorporating in her wardrobe. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.